it's me, MsEbonyVee. Welcome back or to my channel. If you're new here, thanks so much for clicking on that thumbnail and joining me today. Please do consider hitting that subscribe button as well as that notification bell so you don't miss any other videos from me. And if you're returning, hey Shug Muffin. Alright guys, so today we got another human hair slay on a Monday. Today we are reviewing this beauty that I'm wearing right here. This is actually a wig that I had to construct using 3 bundles and a closure. Of course, these bundles and closures came from, Amazon, absolutely. I have the bundles in 14 inches, 16 inches, and 18 inches. And I have a 4x4 closure in 12 inches. Now, I've done one of these tutorials before, but it's been like super long ago. So, you know, I can construct a wig with sewing and or a hot glue gun. And, you know, sometimes I'm just lazy and I want the easiest way. So that is what I went for today. Hot glue gun is the easiest and fastest way to construct a wig. So that's what I wanted to show you today, because I haven't done it in like quite a long time. So as you can see, these bundles and closure are like a 3-tone with 1B, a number 4, and a number 27. But as far as the length, it does go all the way up. You can get bundles and closures all the way up to 22, 24, and 26 inches, with the highest being a 20-inch 4x4 closure. Now, as a little heads up, the remainder of this video will be a voiceover. And I'll be giving all my thoughts during the process and towards the end of the video. So let's go ahead and dive into the unboxing and the constructing of this wig. All right, y'all, so this is how the wig came packaged with these few little goodies. These are the 3 bundles I mentioned earlier, along with the 12-inch closure. Definitely going to be plucking this hairline once I construct the wig and wash it. I would normally bleach the knots, but I did not this time. I didn't feel like it was that bad. So I typically use a spandex dome cap when I'm constructing a wig. As you see here, I have the closure here. I have it pinned down in the front and in the back so that I can go ahead and sew it down. I'm just spraying the hair with some water to just kind of comb it all up together to keep it out of the way, along with the baby hairs in the front. Now, if y'all watch me regularly, you know I be like doing things in spurts. Like I'll do one thing one day, another thing another day. So you'll be seeing some changing of the outfits as you're about to see right now. So I waited until the next day to go ahead and sew this down. That's what I'm doing now. I am very easily distracted, so it's just impossible for me to do everything in one day when I be working with these wigs. It's just not gonna happen. So I'm starting in the back, as you can see, and now I'm working my way up the sides of this closure. This is a pretty simple process. Even though I use the hot glue method for the rest of the wig, I still like to sew down my closure or frontal, whichever I have. I know I went through that sewing process a little fast, but if you're interested in a more detailed tutorial, let me know down in the comments and I'll do a specific video for that. All right, so for constructing this wig, I have my hot glue gun as well as my black glue sticks. I like to use the black ones because, of course, I'm using black hair on a black cap. It just works for me. And I'm also using the craft sticks to help press the hair into the glue so that I don't burn myself or I'm not getting all sticky with the glue. So the rest of this process, to me, is pretty simple and it's very repetitive. You're basically just adding the glue across the row, pressing it in with that craft stick or your comb or whatever you may have. And I'm just going across. I'm not even at the very bottom of the cap. I kind of went at that line above. And so when you're flipping it over, I just add a little glue right above that line, flip that track over and press it as hard as I possibly can to try to keep it as flat as I possibly can. Now, as a little side note, I tried this cap on before I started, which I highly recommend. Always try your cap on just to see how small or big it is on your head. And this cap was a little big, so this is the reason why I did not go all the way to the edge of the cap. Because in my mind, I thought that it was so big that I might have to actually cut off that excess that's around the edges. So that's why I didn't go all the way to the edge of the cap. Now, if you're wondering, this gluing part, I don't think it took too long, maybe about 30 minutes. if that. No, it's probably about 30 minutes. I don't think it's a lengthy process. And I think even with sewing down the closure, I don't even think that took 30 minutes, maybe like 15, 20. So it's not a very lengthy process at all. You can construct a wig very quickly and very easily. So I basically repeated this process until I got to the very edge of the closure, and this is pretty much what it looks like as a result. Now, this is probably one of the cons you experience with doing the hot glue gun method versus sewing, because you don't get to use all of the hair. Like, I can double weft the hair if I was sewing the hair, but this is what I had left over. So it makes the hair not even as full as it possibly could be because I didn't have any more cap left. I also added this comb in the back because that's very important to me. You can skip that part if you want, but I need that comb in the back. So now I'm just going in with my true match. I'm gonna go ahead and tint this lace because remember I did not bleach these knots. Even if I did, I probably still would have tinted it. And I'm just gonna go ahead and blow dry that. And now I'm gonna get this wig prepped for application. This is a few days later, so I've already washed the hair once I finished constructing it, and I also plucked the hairline just a little bit. I feel like I probably could have went in and plucked it some more. This was definitely a lazy girl hair experience. Yeah, I wanted the easiest lazy girl way possible. So yes, now I'm going into blow drying it because I just feel like I get a better style when I'm curling the hair if I blow dry the hair first. Another important step I always add is adding layers to my hair. I tend to do this for almost all of my human hair wigs. I just feel like the hair just flows better, the curls fall better, everything just kind of comes together when you add some layers. And to be clear, I am no expert at this. I just kind of cut the hair at an angle in different locations to create these layers. So now I'm going to go ahead and start curling the hair, and I'm adding some of this olive oil heat defense shine mist so that, you know, it kind of protects the hair from the heat I am applying. It also gives it a really nice added shine as well. So it makes the hair have a lot of nice luster. All right, so now that we got her all nice and curled, let's get this baby on and see what she is hitting on. At first, I wasn't all the way sure about this color before I put it on, but now that I have it on, I'm really liking this color blend, y'all. I think it's really pretty. So, you know, I like to add my little infamous bobby pins on the sides, you know, just to keep it in place. Now, remember when I mentioned before about the cap being too big? It ended up not being so I have a lot of cap exposed right here. You can very much so just leave it or cut it off, up to you. I'm going to leave it because, you know, the hair is going to be covering it up anyway. Or you can just make sure you actually glue the tracks closer to the edge. I thought I was going to have to cut it off, so that's why I didn't initially. So every single time I wear a closure unit, I add some swoops right at the very edge of that lace closure just to kind of camouflage where the lace stops and where the cap meets. So the rest of this process is pretty much my normal process for my human hair wigs. I'm just spraying a little bit of this Eben Wonder Lace adhesive spray on my swoops and right in the middle. I didn't really glue down the whole hairline, but you know, I feel like the swoops in the middle is plenty. It will stay in place, especially with tying it down like this. So now I'm just going back in with my hot comb just to make sure everything is nice and flat as it should be. You know, I don't need no humps, no bumps, no lumps, nowhere. So we want to make sure that's flat. And now I'm going to go ahead and add some of this hair fetish, not eraser, into my parting space. open it up a little bit, and then I'm gonna follow that up with my foundation powder. Now I'm going to go in with my contour powder and just brush that a little bit around the edges to make sure that the lace is blended with my skin. And this is the final look, everybody, and I am loving it. This color is very nice. It had to grow on me, but I love it now. Let me know what you guys are feeling about this wig, about constructing a wig. Is this something you would try? Is this something you have tried to do, constructing your own wig using the hot glue gun method? I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I thank you all so much for rocking with me today. Please be sure to give this video a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button if you have not, and I will be sure to catch you beautiful people in the next video. Bye, y'all.